creativity, it's the people,
Yeah.
especially the culture,
Yeah.
the fashion. Drip gotta be demands enormous. Drip gotta be right, not a vibes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's a lot that I love.
Yeah.
There's a lot I could talk about,
Yeah.
especially about the music industry and with the art involved and how we carry ourselves. And I don't want to lie, the music industry actually saved me from the hood, basically,
Okay.
from the streets, and it has made me a more conscious person. And I'm well aware of my surroundings now, and no more peer pressure. That's how I grew up.
Yeah.
I don't want to say an anti degraded and say like come era, you see.
Yeah.
But either way, from myself evolving into chaser hip hop and indeed joining hip hop, I don't know. I don't want to lie. Like it made me change, and it made me a better version of myself. Because I can see now I don't have to chase for acceptance from society and people. And yeah, I'm just myself. With hip hop, you can actually express your true self. You see,
Yeah.
that's what I like about it.
Yeah. So who said your image is best for who you represent namhlanje? Like who gave you that confirmation as to say, but yabo umchita can look like this as a hip hop artist? Like who did you look up to and be like, okay, cool, yabo image yami izoba njeya? Because at times we grew up in terms of rap, you understand? So we saw Tupac and Biggie, we were like, yeah, bro, we need to be dressed in a certain way, we need to walk in a certain way, we need to address people in a certain way. So who said your image is best for you as an artist?
Basically, I'm gonna keep it simple. First of all, my inspiration, my everyday inspiration, first of all, is Kanye West. I'm Kenya crazy, so that's one of the people who gave me an ideal image of who I wanna be like, basically. And Triple X Tentacion,
Yeah.
RP Triple X, and another artist will be Juice WRLD. And one of my homies used to tell me that I actually look like Breezy, especially when I'm on stage and whatever. And X, basically, X is my number one artist that I look up to. Triple X. I feel like he inspired my whole image, along with Juice WRLD. Those are the most people that I look up to, and I want to represent the world with the same strategy that they use. I want to take over the world, and I want to make sure that I have a legacy that I will leave on earth before I die, before anything. That's all I am here for, to serve my purpose and to fulfill my destiny and fate. And I shall take over the world. That's me, basically. It's your boy Young X.
Yeah, shout out bafowethu. Otherwise, it's your boy Usiyabulela wakalengisi. As I'm saying kuni bafethu, I'm that boy abazali bakhe bathi xa bemzala oh akasemhle lo mntana siyabulela ngaye kanjani kanjani. Kanti senguye Usiyabulela wakalengisi. I'm still your host bafowethu. Today I have i-guest yethu eniyibonayo bafowethu ba umtshito ushaya ke-dreads. He's a guy who's well known in the world. If you know where are you living, Bafubet? Ask yourself that question, I understand. So Bafubet, let's give him an introduction about because on my end, I don't know how to introduce the guy, but we're gonna give him the chance so that I'm not going to So Putuam, and I'm so glad that you came here and you're speaking to us, namhlanje, understand? So as someone who's out there, someone who's known, someone who's an artist, yeah, understand? So how do the world views you in terms of okay, ungubani, zonke ezaa zinto, like if I am one person who's tasked to approach you, how do I approach you, like who you are, things like that?
Okay, basically, I'm a people's person, as my real name is Bantu, aka Youngly X. That's my stage name, which my stage name is actually inspired by Triple X, Young Thug, Swaley, and Juice WRLD. I wouldn't say Juice WRLD is part of them, but what I can say is that I'm a nice person and I'm really, really talented. One thing you must know about me. And yes, I'm here to take over the world, inspire the youth, and spread my message the way that I can before I die, I want to make sure that I inspire at least about 10 million kids and make sure that I change the world. Because everything starts here from the mental into projection of reality. Because the perspective of how you see life is the manifestation of how you can actually turn life. Because you make your own world, you make your own reality. You see what I mean? So basically, I'm a person who's open minded. I think outside of the box. I don't think inside the box. Um, I'm willing to go a mile to actually help others. And yes, I'm a genuine soul, man. That's all I can say. Like, I'm a spiritual being too. That's one thing you gotta know about me too.
Did we know that, Kibafet?
Bet. That's your boy Youngly X. I'll forever be. Either way, my name came about being a young nigga trying to change the world, as my drip and my style is inspired by anime vibes, because I'm more of a Naruto vibe. You can see my hairstyle, Naruto Uzumaki. But yeah, I'm a character, man. And the X represents the Roman figure, number 10. That's when I started making music. And that's the time I started being inspired by Chris Brown and Michael Jackson. I was like 10 years, bro. I was a young nigga, bro. Like, literally. But yeah, I'm a people's person, man. Like, y'all people are gonna see my talent, and I still have a lot to show y'all, and I still have a lot of change that I gotta impact to the world, and spread more mental awareness. Cause my music is more touching on the subject about mental health and how we conduct ourselves as the youth, and how I can inspire the youth and change it the way that I can, and I will make sure that I do my job before I leave this earth. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my brother. Like, I have so many questions in terms of what you just said today, right? Especially the fact that you spoke about the fact that you are speaking on mental health. You understand? So hear me. Like, here I am today, right? And I'm like, here, sitting here, but hey, yes, Ganjan, how can a young dude speak about mental health? So why do you believe that your message is going to be broader than what's out there, in terms of your music and the fact that you are bringing awareness, maybe in terms of your voice, maybe you have an organization, things like that?
Yeah. Okay, so basically, first of all, I'm a psychedelic person, even though I don't take drugs. Guys, don't take drugs at home, please. That's the message to the youth. So basically, I'm a psychedelic healer, you see. I believe in frequencies. You see, with the music, there's so much power in the music. The type of message that you portray to the youth has an impact how they're gonna think, basically. For example, let's take Kanye West for example. You see, there's this album called Jesus is King. After I actually listened to that album, do you know I actually evolved as a human being? I actually got certain inspirations and certain vibrations. I believe in higher power, and there is higher vibrations, there is lower vibrations. Obviously, when you listen to more street music, for example, Playboy Cardi, there is a difference listening to Playboy Cardi and listening to Kanye West, or should I say, there is a total difference listening to Yeet or listening to X. Let's say, for example, my music is more touched on the emotional side. You see, so the way I make music, I'll make sure that I touch your soul. You see, I'm more into the higher vibration music more than the lower vibrations, because when you're raging, it's like you're opening certain portals. You see what I mean in terms of now we're talking about different facts of kilohertz, and talking about vibrations now in terms of music. First of all, I'm a sound engineer, so I produce too music. See what I mean? So I understand the dynamics of the music. You see, music frequency. So type of music has a type of certain impact, how it can change your mind or your emotion, your mood. Let's say, for example, you listen to raging music, you're gonna have that anger. Yeah, fuck, I'm raging. Like, you get mad, you go crazy. You see what I mean? But listen to like soft, mellow, melodic, and soothing music. You're gonna touch into your inner soul or your inner consciousness. You're gonna feel that, oh my God, this is so relaxing, and you might have memories that actually get awakened as you are listening to that type of music. That's the higher vibrations I'm talking about. The same as what Kanye West did on Jesus King. He was talking about Jesus and everything, and how how we are actually made out of so much higher power, and how much basically it's it's the creation of human evolution. You see what I mean? So I feel like Kanye West touched on the subject of how do you become your best version of yourself is to actually follow the Lord, the King, Jesus Christ. And second of all, guys, I'm a believer. I believe in Jesus. You can even see my hoodie. Jesus, that's the only way, man. Man, I'm telling you, bro, there's no other power, bro, like the Holy Spirit, bro. Trust me, bro. You see, once you actually unlock the white, pure spirit of the Holy Ghost and the Holy Spirit, you become the best version of yourself, bro. Trust me. And don't try to fit in whatever case you do, bro. Because, bro, once you're in the sauce, don't be lost in the sauce, or don't be lost in the mix. You can be in the mix, but don't get lost in the mix, bro. That's all I can say, bro. So try and be yourself and be the best version of yourself, and try and change the world, because that's another thing. So that's how I actually get to change people's mindset throughout my music, because what you project with your voice is what will become reality. That's all I can say.
So I'm excited the fact that you are speaking about the spirituality. So do you think there is a link with music and spirituality? Like what are your thoughts on that? Because you just spoke the fact that you personally are sharing your high vibrations in terms of music, right? So for someone who's out there who's doing R&B, someone out there who's doing maybe reggae, who's doing that punk music, you understand? What do you think about them? Do you think they are misled, or do you think their vibration is low or too high?
No way. First of all, I did mention that, yes, true, that is true. Music links with your spirituality, because the message that you portray and the vibrations that you actually play with your instrument and with your melodies. Because okay, so basically, yeah, what they doing now, they are not misled. First of all, music is an emotion. You gotta know that. So the emotion that you portray on the mic is the projection of who you are, basically, as a soul. So you actually going out there and performing on these shows and live events and everything is basically telling your story throughout that music. You see what I mean? So I can never say they were misled or they're misleading other people. It's just that you're showing your creativity. You're showing out your projection of your mind. What you have in your mind is the projection of what you're doing through music, basically. That's why we call it art. You see, with art, you can project your mindset with art in different ways. You can project it via music or by drawing. There's different type of ways to actually express your inner projection of your mind, your internal soul. You can project it externally by using certain substances. You can use souvenirs, merchandise to actually portray your message. You can use music to do that. You can use any type of thing to actually record the information that's in your mind, because the information that's in your mind, you can project it by putting it down. It can be put on a journal. It can be put on stone, same as our ancestors, how they actually made art and told their stories and everything. So basically, that's how you are as a person and as a human being. That's what I believe in. That's how it is.
Yeah, man. Like, just as I'm listening to you, I'm starting to doubt the music that I listen to, right? So I love R&B, right? So I used to have a mindset that guys who are doing R&B are so slick talkers, like
To be honest, when it comes to R&B, let's be honest, guys.
like their
That
chicks
shit is sexual music, bro.
can't be
No cap, bro. That shit
can
is
be mad at
sexual,
them.
bro.
Like imagine
That's the whole point,
imagine
bro.
Asha's chick getting mad at him.
Bruh, look. Let's say for example, yeah, bro. Let's take Chris Brown for example. He makes R&B, right?
Yeah.
That nigga can steal your chick, bro. Literally. And second of all, with the type of music that he makes, let's just say the type of portrayal he has, starting ideally from the image first of all. Second of all, going to the music of how he sings, basically. it has an impact how an individual, let's say for teenagers, for example, it has an impact of how that teenager is actually going to react on next time he has that song maybe with another guy. He's going to get sexual because it's the whole point is to actually push a sexual agenda. You see what I mean? That's how frequencies work. That's what I meant when I say vibrations, frequencies, and certain vibration levels of vibrations and kilohertz and everything. They have an impact in your brain. Let's say, for example, what's that song? Fucking Robert Tyson. I gotta eat up. You know that song was that by Chris Brown. You know that song, bro. My sister even sings that song every time it gets switched on the fucking what are these channels? MTV
Channel
Base
O,
and these channels, or maybe YouTube. Bro, immediately when she hears that song, bro, she's gonna have a certain type of dance. Like, bro, why would you? Bro, that's sexual agenda, bro. No cap, bro. I don't wanna lie, bro. Sometimes I like the industry. Sometimes I don't like the industry, just because of those type of agendas. But I don't want to disclose any information and say there are master puppeteers and whatever because there are. Either way.
I wanted to know, man, like mostly about where you grew up and how was your upbringing because of you are linking a lot of things into music and the fact that you are today who you are, and then I assume that who you are is based on what you had or maybe your past experiences, right? So how did you grow up, and were your parents that intimate? Were they listening to Chris Brown, things like that, or maybe were they listening to a certain type of music when they met you? Because I heard a rumor that if you follow the tata, or maybe if you look like one of your parents, it means that they were on top. That's what I heard. So I look like my father. So I'm assuming why my father was on top when they made me, right? So it's an assumption, right? Or maybe something that I heard in the streets. But for you as a guy who's growing up in the township, so where you from and how was your upbringing, man? So that you can inspire people out there who are like, okay, music inspires me too, but then from where I am, I don't think maybe I will make it in life. So we just get them into order.
Okay. I see what you mean. Okay, first of all, I grew up in Crossroads. First of all, in Onati, go 22, and I grew up on an environment where there was so much violence. But my parents were there to actually guide me and try to avoid being in the streets as hard as I can be, even though I was in the streets sometimes, because either way there's temptation in this world. But yeah, I would say that I grew up in a good family, like good family structure. I was raised well, good morals, respect your elders, and to be a nice person as hard as I can be. I grew up in the church too, and I discovered when I was 10 that I can actually sing. I was always doubting myself until I actually started following Chris Brown and Michael Jackson. That's where the whole inspiration of me actually being in the music industry. And I grew up listening into a lot of soul music and a lot of pop music. My dad was always listening to those type of people like Michael Bolton, uh, the Commodores, I think. Yeah, and Teddy Pendergrass. And I've listened to a lot of artists. Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson, obviously, and I've listened to a lot of artists. Tony Braxton, bro, Whitney Houston, who else? Oh my freaking god, I've listened to a lot of soulful music, even Luther Vandross. So yeah, that's where the whole inspiration came about. And with the environment that I grew up in, I don't want to lie, there was distractions and everything in life, taking drugs, alcohol, going out and parties, being around with people you don't even want to associate yourself with, but just because there was a lot of peer pressure growing up from where I'm from, because from where I'm from, there's a lot of drug use, violence, niggas carry guns, man, from a young age, you're 14 already, and you're already carrying a pistol. And man, like I grew up in that environment. I wanna hide and say that I actually grew up nice and whatever, even though my parents were trying. And I really love them
So you
because they
tried
tried.
anyway.
Yeah, I
Like
carried a
for
gun in when I was like 14, 15. I still remember. That's the first year I was in high school. I was in grade 10. I was about to be 15 that year.
yeah.
I was involved in a lot of gangsterism, and yeah, what else? And drugs. I was actually selling drugs in high school, but never told nobody. Hey, hey, hey! I don't gotta. Hey, hey,
Drugs
hey,
ain't
hey,
good,
hey! But
guys.
drugs ain't
Drugs
good.
ain't
Don't
good.
take drugs, kids, cause drugs ain't worth it. That shit will destroy your life, bro. Try and be focused as hard as you can. And you know what's crazy? I was actually a bright student at school. Like I was smart as fuck, but I was actually involved with a lot of bullshit in the world. Like no cap. Cause there's this thing that we used to do back in my time when I was like 15, 16. We used to call ourselves speed dance. We would call them Mandebele at the time, involved with Tamatara and all of that gangsterism shit. But as time went, when I was like in grade 12, I actually started changing because I saw that my parents were actually giving up on me because of the lifestyle that I was actually living in and the circumstances that I was actually living in. Because I don't want to lie, they tried to provide everything as hard as they can, and supporting my future as hard as I can. But you know what actually helped me? It's the music industry. Hip hop saved me. Again, as I've said so before. Because I still remember back in 2018, I started listening to Juice WRLD and Triple X Extentacion. Those people actually changed my life, bro. No cap. Like, no cap, no cap, bro. Like, from the way that I used to think and the way that I think now, there's a total difference in how I actually view life. And they actually showed me there's so much life to live out there in the world, bro, than to actually be be based on the streets, bro. Because the streets ain't gonna do shit for you, bro. I've had friends that died, bro, like in the streets. Like last year, my friend CJ Young Legend, RP CJ Young Legend and Trade Lee.
Okay, yeah.
My niggas' lives were actually took with guns and shit, um, due to all the violence in the streets, in the hood. What I've been actually trying to avoid with my life as hard as I can. That's what I've learned basically about life. Try and avoid the streets as hard as you can, man. And stay home and be safe and follow your dreams out there. There's so much money to get out there, bro. Like, trust me, so much money, bro. So much money to get out there,
So
bro. Fuck the streets,
how much
bro.
are you gonna give us?
Hey, man, I cannot disclose that. Depends. Hey. But my message to the youth, bro, believe in what you believe in, bro. Like, and it's gonna come, bro. The source of power, bro, to actually getting what you wanna get in this life is true belief. Belief is the power of everything. Even God gave us that, bro. What you believe in will turn into manifestation of reality. That's all I can say, bro. This is my message to the youth. So stay safe, stay at home, and listen to your parents. Listen to the parents, bro. Parents are never wrong, even though sometimes don't go outside to do this and that and that and that. It seems like not your pause in life.
So, my man, you spoke about the fact that music saved you in a way, and then you were sharing like your message to the young ones, right? That they mustn't take drugs. So, for you, how did you get into music, and the fact that today you are who you are? Like life, what did life show you, and then where you are today? Do you feel like, well, this is the safest space you can be in life? And I just want to know, man, like, how did you get into that, and then how is life progressed for you afterwards?
Okay, how I got into music, first of all. Okay, I've always loved music from primary school, right? And then, yeah, I used to perform a couple of times on type beats, whatever. Then I actually got fed up using type beats, so I started making my own beats. I used to get mentorship from niggas like Uta China, which is the wise man. He lives in Crossroads too. And my other bigger bro, which is Tashavi, got inspiration from. Okay, so basically, I still remember me and my friend who passed away, as I've mentioned, CJ Young Legend.
Yeah.
We used to hustle back in the days when we were in high school. We used to sell drugs, as I've stated before. So we were actually interested in this music industry. So we were selling drugs to try and actually make profits and to actually try and get studio sessions, to pay for studio sessions and shit, and to actually pay for beats until I actually got fed up and I started making my own beats. after I started making my own beats, I remember my first time recording at a studio. I was in Tashavi, and you know what I did actually? I actually lied and I said that I can actually produce music, even though I knew that I couldn't produce vocals. But that's why I started to try and shy first try to mix the vocals because I could already mix it beats either way, from melody to drums and everything. So I actually took my chances. Qal, Petty vocal, fuck a preset. I got you preset from my other nigga, Young Thailand. Shout out Young Thailand. He said that nigga saved me.
Shout
No
out,
cap.
shout out.
I say remember my first song, Oh Rockstar. That song, when I made it, okay, I first did my beat. After I did my beat, I got presets from him that I had on my USB, and I put the presets there. And what the fuck was like, the fuck? This shit sounds good. And that's why I started like tweaking with the parametric EQs and everything, the compression, how to clean sound with the asses and everything. That's where I started to be like, oh man, this vocal shit is easy, man. Someone I can do this shit. That's how I started. So I started making my own beats on and on and on, making my own vocals on and on and on. Started creating my own presets, and yes, I grew. I evolved as time went. I evolved. After I matriculated, I started being serious with the music shit now. After I was actually down with the gang related shit and with all the drugs and alcohol and shit, that's where I started getting serious in 2020 because I was telling myself, oh my god, now it's time to be ready for life because I matriculated back in 2019 in New S11 High School. Shout out to all my New S11 ex classmates. And yeah, that's why I started being serious with this music shit after high school. And funny thing, I actually exited and finished my high school with a bachelor, and I didn't wanna go to school after that. That's what's crazy about it, cause I took a gap year that year, as far as I can remember, 2020. It was the time for COVID, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So that's when I started polishing skills and started manifesting like protection born by say grow and grand getting from a mentorship from Uta China a lot of times Nakuta Shavi now from Uchin Katawa, my other friend from Zimbabwe, like that nigga's a producer, bro, like here lit. People gotta watch out for that nigga. We did songs together. Yeah, he inspired me actually, and he told me that I can make it far in life with the vocals that I have and the type of skill that I have with the dance moves and everything, and the whole image and the whole approach that I have, how I actually make my music and the creativity. So yeah, that's where I started like to see that nah man, I can actually do this. You see, so I started going outside, going out on shows and live events and everything that year. And that's where I saw that nah man, I can do this. And then I've met abantu bengcingana andizudibana nabo in this life, like met abantu abafana Bravo, the Koala, K Kid, all these type of celebrities or simulation raps. I was like, nah man, like these people are reachable. Like I can do this too. Like what's stopping me from actually doing this? You see what I mean? I was like, nah man, I can do this. So I started being around the right people, the right times, the right events and everything. And then I've learned a lot about the industry and everything. So from where I am right now, I think I'm at a point where now I've reached my peak, but it's that time like I gotta make it out. You see what I mean? Like I'm at that point, but okay, labels cool take me, and yeah, I'm at that point now. So my message to you guys, like, just stay focused, keep consistency, uh, try and be yourself as hard as you can be, because the only way to show your light is being yourself, being your true self, being the best version of yourself. That's where people are gonna accept you. Because if you try and fit in, you're not gonna have value, bro. Trust me, you're not gonna have value. Try and be yourself. Being different is what makes you different and be set apart from other people. That's how it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I love the fact that you're speaking about value as for one person or as an artist, right? I remember first meeting you when we were interviewing Bravo. Shout out to Bravo for me.
Shout
So
out.
we,
That nigga's in Europe right now, right?
yeah,
Hey, doing them
yes,
things. I
yes,
fuck with
yes,
that. I fuck with that.
yeah,
Shout out to Bravo. We see you, my nigga.
yeah, that shit is possible, but for me,
Bruh, I'm telling you, bruh.
yeah.
Everything. It don't matter where you come from, bruh. What matters is where you going, bruh. Trust me, bro. That's all I can say, bro.
Yeah, so after you met to Bravo like on your first time, how did you feel? Because of I'm seeing the fact that you are inspired by him. So shout out to you, Bravo, for
Shout out.
So for when you meeting him, right, as an artist, so how was that feeling for
That feeling was fire. Okay, first of all, Luta Bravo. I started my first time meeting Luta Bravo was back in Crossroads. It was in Crossroads for a birthday performance. I think it was part of his family members or something or a friend. I'm not sure. But that's when I started meeting him. I was like, yo, this nigga is cool, bro. Like he like I got Paramisi, like he's a people's person. I was like, nah, man, this nigga is a person too, bro. Why do a lot of people have the mentality about nah he's a celeb? So it's just because he's a celeb, you cannot talk to him. You must have a way to talk to him. Now you just gotta be yourself, bro, and show love, as he's gonna show love back to you. We're mosh pitting, I mean, I still remember me hyping him up because like even like it's a normal event, okay, like you perform, I got a Kabiko vibe. Perform. Oh, he played this other song he made with youngster CPT, Yabo. You was like, damn, this nigga making his own youngster. Like, what? Pull up to him. Small street money nigga. He actually came to stage with me. I was like, yo, this shit crazy. We doing this shit, bro. I was like, yo, this nigga, like, yeah, bro, like he got the shit. People were actually pouring up champagne. That was my first time meeting Brav and actually sort of performing with him because we're actually mosh pitting. We created our own stage, even though he had a stage there, but we actually made our own stage in the streets, bro. And I think La Show, yeah, he sponsored by Regis Bonelli by that time, if I'm sure. But yeah, and shout out to Regis Bonelli. Yes, sir. You know the why, yes, sir. So I was like, nah, this nigga cool. Okay, I was like, okay. I started following him that day on Instagram. I still remember. Started following him. Like, yo, this nigga doing the things, ne? I'm like, I should meet up with this nigga again. Until I met him again on some other show. Yeah, he hosted 4 AM. It was the Koala at that time. So it was hosted by Hit Chat. I still remember talking to Adam. Yeah, I still remember talking to Adam. Like, and then like that time I was a promoter and brand ambassador. You see, so I was actually promoting the show and everything. I was like, nah, man, these people are cool, man. Like, it's nice being around this type of environment. So I met up with Bravo, to Koala. We had fun. The Koala was live on Instagram. I remember dancing, chilling with Laura too. Shout out Laura. And who else? Yo, there was a lot of people that time. I was with my friends too and my own management. And yeah, we were having fun, man. Like, yeah, that's when I started meeting Noti Koala, dancing and all of that. Yeah, and we were having fun. And yeah, that's where I was like, nah, man, this shit is possible. Everything is possible. And then time went again until I had an interview with you. And then we're chilling, the Bravo and everything. Yeah, I was like, nah. Yeah, Rising Zanzi. Yeah, shout out Rising Zanzi too. I feel like this is one of the greatest organizations too. Like they popping, like no cap, no cap.
For them.
Yeah, bruh, I haven't been having time, bruh, like to actually be involved in anything like prior to the system or organizations and stuff because I've been busy like trying to perfect my craft as in an album Metropange 18th March. Yes. Otherwise, 18th March is my birthday, so I'm dropping an album called Sable X Rare Tapes. Dang, that album is different. Y'all ain't ready. I'm telling y'all ain't fucking ready. Like that album is fucking different because there's Amapiano, there's hip hop, there's R&B, there's there's alternative rock, there's the indie ambient sound, and there's some ambient sound. Like there's different type of genres basically. You see, it's a whole how should I say? It's a whole compiled, versatile, dynamic. Yeah, I can say a lot of words. Like it's different, bro. Like literally, you guys are gonna hear as soon as it drops. Like it's different from any other tape I've ever done ever. And I'm expressing true feelings. And it's produced by me and Jean and a couple of sound engineers. There's like 4 engineers involved in that, yeah. And I'm involved too, yeah. But it's a lead album, yeah. You people are not ready to hear it, but either way, you're gonna see. I'm gonna drop a couple of snippets and a couple of promos. You're gonna see. It's the vibes. Yeah.
So you have four producers in it, like we have 4 people working on it. Yeah. So Namdu is who's going to listen to the album. Well, what should I expect in terms of am I gonna get hits in terms of girls? If I play it, am I gonna get a girl?
Oh, definitely.
Things like that. Just tell us.
Okay,
Just tell us.
definitely. Okay, I'll approach the album. First of all, okay, from the beginning, it has an intro, right? Okay, on that intro, it's basically me actually saying that I'll take you through my mind and to show you my creativity and to show you the whole deeper meaning of life. Because first of all, the first few tracks is talking about how I've actually found love, going on to friends being friends around, drugs, money being involved throughout the album, which is in the middle part of the album, and then the end songs are talking about how we matter and Black Lives Matter and black consciousness matter and black creativity matters, and me actually saying that at the end you gotta fulfill yourself and find happiness, because at the end of the day, to find the true happiness is not around people, it's to find it within yourself. Don't seek out for help for happiness out of other human beings, because happiness starts from you, what's inside you, in your internal. You see what I mean? Your eternal soul. Gotta start there. So my whole perspective of the album is to actually try and inspire the youth that there is hope in the end. You see what I mean? There is hope in whatever you put your mind into. Just don't give up. Keep consistency. And if you don't believe in love, trust me, you will not believe in love temporarily. Love will find you. Do not look for love will find you. That's how I see life basically. And that's what I've talked about in that album, and talked about drug abuse, substance abuse, women, and how they actually be basically how they impact our mentality at the end of the day, and how we act out as the youth, you see. So yeah, okay, basically that album is more about me trying to change people, that trying to tell the people that there is hope in the end, and that there is a real love at the end. You see what I mean? And I've actually mentioned one of my friends passing too on that album, on a song called Rockstar Feelings. And basically what I do with my music, like I express my true feelings every time when I'm at the studio. I talk about the subjects that I've actually went through, my life events, and everywhere that I've been and what I've been through. I talk more basically about my mind, because I will take you through my mind, through my music. I will never sell lies and say that I got big cars, 10 bad bitches. Nah, I don't do that. Nah, I will just tell you that, like for example, on this other song, Rockstar Feelings, I'm saying that I'm a rock star in my feelings. I be really be freezing. Cold like the season. Every day feeling blessed, yeah, I'm sneezing. Yeah, yeah. I don't wanna die so young. I don't wanna die, no lie. I'm talking about my friend there, and I'm talking about myself basically, what I go through. And I sometimes be feeling blessed every time I'm sneezing. So it's just me expressing what I feel basically when I'm all alone in my bed, basically. You see what I mean? When you're in your bedroom. Because some of the songs that I've actually made there I've recorded them in my bedroom, like literally when I'm all alone at night time. You see, I make my own beat like in like 30 minutes. Then after I structure the beat from the melody to the drums and everything, I speak to the mic, literally. Then I take like about 4 lines out of my brain, and then after that, take another 4 bars, take another 8 bars, until it's a complete song. You see, like I compound my music and I take time for my music so that it will make sense when I project the message out there to the people and out there to the world. That's how I basically. So this album is all about inspiring the youth and to actually show genuine feelings. I do not value your money. I do not value anything, uh, but your time and actually appreciating my music and to actually hear what I say. Basically, it's all I. Because I know how it feels to be ignored because I've been there before, and I know now how to actually take time and listen to other people because active listening is important. And as I've said before, mental awareness is important too. So yeah, that's me basically telling the youth that you can be what you want to be and you can achieve what you want to be by putting your mind into whatever you want to be, and it will come to the best.
Yeah.
That's how I am.
No, for that way. Otherwise, this is very emotional for me. Like, I wish I can have more conversation now. But I wanna test something out, man. But I'm gonna have a chat with you later on, right? So for anyone who wants to book you or someone who wants to collaborate now, where do they go? Like where are you reachable, in terms of us collaborating and moving forward?
Now it's very easy, man. If you just pull up to Google, search for Young Lee X, you can find everything. You can find my social media. You can find my yeah. Just reach me up on Instagram. You can reach me up on Instagram. I respond to people. I'm not that type of cocky or prideful motherfucker. Sorry to put it in that way. But yeah, I'm a people's person, man. That's why my name is Bantu. Bantu Bonke. Not Holomisa though, but Bantu Bonke. That's my full name. So Ndibunga Bantu, and I love people. And you can reach me on my emails too, barabandu@gmail.com. And yeah, you can book me basically, yeah, via barabandu@gmail.com. And yeah, you can find all my details as long as you search me up on Google. Yeah, search for Young Lee X. But you're gonna find everything.
No, cool, my man. So I'm gonna have like the last question. So my last question is, but how did you catch your prey, Baba? Like when I say prey, I mean like how did you get your chick, my man? Hey, because she's hot. Yo. So yeah, on the show cover for to China, we ask direct
Disclose
questions.
everything.
Yeah.
Hey,
So how did you get that one? Because hey, Baba, I saw you with hair. I was like, yo, hey, as an artist,
Hey.
it is you get such there.
Hey man, you know what I can say, bro? As I've mentioned before, bro, do not chase for love. Do not look for satisfaction you can never get. Love will find you, bro. Cause how me and that girl, I don't want to disclose her name. I will not tell her name. I know y'all niggas creepy ass motherfuckers. But either way, how I actually got her was magical, bro. It was like love at first sight. It was weird. It was very weird and magical. It's me actually meeting a girl randomly at a transport from where I work. I actually met her after work. I was like, okay, I was asking my nigga saying guns, shout out to saying guns. I was asking my other friend saying guns that, say, bro, who's that chick, bro? And the nigga was like, yo, there's some other chick, man. We ride with at the transport, same transport, we ride it. And I was like, what? My nigga, I'm gonna get her. And my nigga was like, nah, you're kidding. I was like, give me 1-2 days, I'm gonna get her. Approached the chick. First time I've seen her. I told her, "I bro, told me, are you not getting in this transport?" And she was like, no. Okay, she passed. That's the first day. My first time at work. Okay, no problem. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna meet her tomorrow.